Last time in Dishonored 2, we came to Addermire Institute in search of clues to the curious case of the Crown Killer. Upon arrival, however, we found things in far more dire straits than we ever could have imagined. Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Dishonored 2. In the last video, when we left off, we were looking for clues as to what's going on here at Addermire Station. Or rather, Addermire Institute. Gonna keep going now. Addermire Institute. Okay, so the deal was, we came here looking for clues about the Crown Killer murders. We've connected them, as we saw on our little boat diagram, to this place, to Addermire Institute, which is run by Dr. Hypatia. Dr. Hypatia is described as being a great person. She's described as being a philanthropist, someone who really cares about, your average mine worker. She does a lot of work coming up with serums and vaccinations and medical things to help the mine workers. She's a good person. But weird things have been happening, so that's why we're here. Last episode, we worked our way up through the Institute. Various weird things happened. We found...
Once that watchtower is down, Megan can pick me up.
Okay. We found Dr. Hypatia's room. We went in there, we explored it a little bit. Things aren't quite going as well as they would appear on the outside, although they wouldn't necessarily appear too well on the outside either. But things are a little bit sketchy here at the moment.
I so enjoy watching history warp as words pass from the lips of one to the ears of another. Imperfectly formed, half understood, poorly remembered. In the years to come, the story of the Crown Killer will be twisted and bent, hammered like soft metal. By some accounts, a monster that had to be put down. By others, a victim of treachery, preserved because in the end, you found another way. But you'll always remember the truth, won't you? Your truth, at least.
Well, yeah, the plan is definitely to find another way here. Thank you for pointing that out, my good friend the Outsider. I don't remember if last mission, when we were in the Karnaka... Actually, no, I do. We did get the Outsider guy. In every mission, there's like a point, just like in Dishonored 1, there's a point where you can meet the Outsider, talk to the Outsider. Just, hang out with him a little bit, see what he has to say. And same in this one, we did get the one last time. In the house there of the woman who did the tattoos. Remember that? Yeah, her. But yeah, so, as I was saying before that little outsider break, we're on here, we're on this institute here, checking things out. Things are a little bit sketchy. Dr. Hypatia has been, I guess, purposefully secluded from a lot of things. She's been locked in her room or her laboratory. Right now, she's not in her room. She's spending the day... Okay. Nice. She's locked in her, what did it say, like auditorium or something like that? So we have to find a way up, or down, rather, to the auditorium. Fleet Fighter, okay, we got a bone chime there. Anyways, to talk to Dr. Hypatia. So that's what the goal is kind of today, is to continue working our way through this mission, collecting the bone charms and runes, which there's a ton of still, and meeting up with Dr. Hypatia, assuming everything else is clear. So, let's do that. We just got, like I just said, we just got a bone charm. There's one in here too, I believe. And we should totally... At some point, I'm gonna show you guys, all the different bone charms that I've been getting, because there have been a ton. And, yeah. So, I'll show you guys those at some points. And I'll also talk to you guys about, bone crafting. I think I'll probably show you guys a little bit about that. Whether it's in this episode or a future episode, we'll see, I don't know. But you can actually make your own bone charms and runes, and it's pretty great. It's actually pretty cool. So definitely gonna try, I'm trying to break this, but I'll definitely show you that. I don't know why the hell this isn't breaking. I thought that was like a mechanic. Breaking, like, wires. I guess not. That's annoying. Is there one, is there... It's not working down here either. That's... Oh, you know what it probably... Oh... You know what it probably is the frickin'... There we go. That worked. It's a good thing we did that after we cleared this place out, because you'd think that would draw quite a number of guards. What do we have? Oh, another room. So, we made our way to the basement. There appeared to be, when we first looked, sorry, I had to like think things through a little bit here before I kept going. When we first came here, me too. When we first came to this island, it looked like there were 2 runes under the ground. Vera Moray's belongings. Seems like our VIP guest, Mrs. Vera Moray, has finally flown round the bend. She's been sent to critical observation area, getting cold showers every 3 hours, and the like. She contracted some nameless disease in Pandysia. Oh, Vera Moray is actually, she's the, oh, what's her name? Granny Rags from the first one. Remember her? The crazy, like, witch lady? That's her. So, ooh, that's bright light. So, I'm pale enough as it is. I don't need harsh white lights castigating me and just, ugh. Gonna be terrible, I'm sure. But Vera Moray is the one that is her, yeah. So I wonder if she's gonna be, like, I wonder if she's the crown kill. God. That would make sense, I guess. I think. Oh, that's the dog area. I have no idea what I'm doing. There was actually a second, somewhere in this vicinity area. This is what it is. There was a second area which we couldn't get into before, but we did get a key from Dr. Hypatia's office, so I'm gonna assume that that is what we're dealing with here. The key led us here, yeah, and there's a guy right in there. So
the door was supposed to be closed.
Oops. I always forget that they'll actually take notice if the door is open or closed or little things like that. Didn't much matter though, because we are professionals when it comes to dealing with guards, especially when we have our little grab handy there, which is a beautiful thing indeed. I wonder if Corvo has something like similar, you know? Because we're just Emily here, and we got this cool new abilities.
They have to know something.
But you can also play as Corvo. I wonder if they added anything new to his kit, or if it's the same. I also gotta try blowing one of those up someday. The vents, they're all around here, and I'm pretty sure they've been in other missions too, but I haven't actually made use of them yet. So, we'll try and do that at some point, I am sure. Don't fret.
Entire shipment of whale oil tanks just
That
gone.
sucks.
Taken right from under their noses.
Mm-hmm.
Idiots.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nothing too special in here. There's a couple books and coins that we'll have to grab down here after we deal with this woman. Or before. Give me that. What do we got? An old note from Dr. Hypatia. Vasco, today was exhausting, and I expect a flood of patients will be unabated tomorrow and well into the foreseeable future. It would be most helpful to me if you could say, okay. Vasco seems to be Dr. Hypatia's assistant. We haven't actually ran into him, and this is the first we've heard about Dr. Vasco. But we'll be on the lookout for more things concerning him as well.
I feel so bad. Haven't seen the kids
You
in
are a
2
terrible
years.
parent. And for that, you get choked out. There was another, reminder, things to buy, blah, blah, blah. Vasco again. She's very pushy when it comes to Vasco. Poor man being bossed around here by Dr. Hypatia. A reagent bottle, Vasco's diary. Let's just take a peek. Okay. And a safe, which we do not know the combination to, and Ivory Scrimshaw, which is fantastic. We need a key. We need a Vasco's lab key for that. Okay, so I guess we will run into more things concerning Vasco. Why don't we go talk to the guy now? The crazy guy, or the guy, I don't know if he's crazy, but he was locked in a room, muttering to himself. We'll see if he has anything special to say. I don't think there's anything more out here. I think that everything, hello? Oh, a cutscene.
You're Hamilton? Why did they lock you up?
Oh, that's
know
Hamilton.
I swear, I know what I saw. Hooded. I just caught a glimpse. So much hate in the eyes. As if the world needed more of that.
He's got the room on the top floor that we began the mission, or began the episode,
I hope
rather,
they didn't
with.
steal my notes.
I
need to go back to my
Okay,
room.
yeah.
They took my
Hold
key.
tight, bud. Copper wire, blah, 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 blah. So we'll head back up to Vasco's room.
I thought I could. I don't know.
Hush now, my son.
Fool I was.
We'll head back up to Vasco's room and we will check out if there's anything of import in there, which I assume there's probably going to be some more information about the Crown Killer, what he saw. He claims he saw a hooded figure with hate in the eyes, he says. So, not a friendly person. We'll make sure to get all the information we can from Vasco. So, not auditorium. The note there just said recuperation area. That's where Dr. Hypatia is. And we'll get to that after we do this place, which I also apparently missed. And then we'll hit Vasco's, and then we'll go to the recuperation area to see Dr. Hypatia and find out what she is up to, whether it's good or bad or something in between. I'm still holding out for that Granny Rags theory, that maybe the Crown Killer is Granny Rags, and we've been duped all along. It would make sense, right? Like, Granny Rags returns, I don't know, it'd be a good storyline.
Otherwise, we might have had a few minutes of excitement. At least we're not down in the mine.
Nothing? You guys didn't even notice when I electrocute, I can't even speak English, I'm so excited. Oh, and a block before he can kill his friend, that's pretty good. And we'll choke him out. They didn't even notice when I electrocuted their friend, like, right in front of them. What a group of freaking terrible guards. What even is this freaking telescope pointing at nothing? Oh. Oh, is that supposed to be the Grand Palace? That looked weird. I don't like the design, I think. They had a couple of telescopes here, I guess, on the lookout for intruders. God, I'm terrible. Oh, dear lordy lord. You know, come here, you. Since I began making videos of any sort, I have decided to, you know, play games on hardest or realist or whatever kind of game mode you want to call it that is the most difficult. That was a mistake because these games can be frustrating. I'm not gonna say games are ever hard or like actually difficult. I haven't run into a game that is actually difficult, but I think the best way to describe them would just be straight up frustrating. Which this game can be at times, and other games like that I play like Styx or Witcher. Not Witcher, that's pretty easy all the way around, but I haven't run into a game that does hard well. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like in Warhammer, I don't have any videos of Warhammer, but the Warhammer Total War, the hardest mode in that isn't hard. It's just like AI gets a ton of like cheats. It's like it's not difficult. It's just more frustrating. And I wish games would do a better job of actually, I don't know how. I mean, I'm talking out my ass here. I have no idea how they will go about doing this, so I can't exactly, you know, make any productive suggestions, but I just feel like there's a fine line between difficulty and stupidity as far as game hardness goes. And it can be frustrating at times when that line doesn't seem to be handled well. I don't know what I'm saying. Hopefully you do. That would make things a lot easier. And we get into what's his name, Hamilton's quarters, and a freaking blueprint mercury vapor distillation. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
There are so many skilled craftsmen across the Empire.
Sure. Glad that Vice made you think of that. We got a Addermire solution rather, and a perfume triangle, which are all over the place. I don't even exactly. Hamilton's diary. This time I'm sure I saw, well, I don't know what or who it was, but there was some hooded creature, dragging some bloody thing along the corridor. I'm not sure whether it was another dog or one of the guards. Not sure which I'd prefer. Those bastards have been mocking me for months now. Wow. Hamilton, not doing well. Although he's probably correct in what he's seeing. Captain Ramirez hits us all in my head. And that he's gonna stop spreading rumors. Which I guess he didn't do because he was in isolation, being guarded by a couple guards. So Hamilton is on to something, and I'm thinking Hamilton was probably correct all along. Well, obviously he was, we know he was, that was story, you know. Then, whatever. He was right, there was a dark figure. That figure is the Crown Killer. Can I get in from over here? I don't think so. Okay. And I think now we're gonna actually go to Dr. Hypatia's little hangout over there in the recuperation area and see if we can't find out some more information about the Crown Killer. So this is the bloodfly infestation. That was a great throw. I mean, glad I used that bottle of flammable liquid to my benefit. Grenades work too. So, what was I saying? That is the big question for me right now.
It's going to be tricky.
No, I got grenades, Emily. It'll be fine. Right, we're gonna go talk to Dr. Hypatia in the recuperation area. You know what? It would be totally cheese if, like, I'm saying that Vera Moray, that Granny Rags, is the crown killer, but it would be... I bet it's freaking Dr. Hypatia. Right? Like... We just went from kind of normal, kind of sketchy, broken down mental hospital. Now it's getting creepier. And it's gonna get creepier, probably. I know how this works. I know how this works, Bethesda. I've been around enough of your games. We'll just grenade up a few more of these nests and we should be through. Hopefully there's no net. Actually, speaking of nest keepers here, I bet, yeah. I bet that Nest Keeper is somehow involved with this entire Crown Killer creepy conspiracy somehow. Did I say Nest Killer? I literally have a 2-second memory. I don't remember if I said Nest Killer or Nest Keeper. Nest Keeper, like the Nest Keepers we've been seeing around areas that are heavily infested with bloodflies. The guys that are like, they're insane and they've like become a bloodfly mom or whatever. You know? We've seen a couple of them. Rounds. I bet they're somehow connected to this entire scandal? No, the machinations that are going on? I don't know the right words I want to use here. You know what I mean. And there's a rune somewhere around here. I can hear it. Bone chime. Sorry. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, now I don't want to start something that might take a long time to finish here, so I'm debating on whether or not to open this door and to go into the recuperation area to talk to Dr. Hypatia. Yeah, we'll just finish the... Oh, get a bloodfly right in front of me. I think we will. I think we're gonna go into here and at least take a look around, and then we'll cut for now. But I do want to just take a quick little peeky peek before we end the video. This is weird. Dr. Hypatia's evil. That's what I'm gleaning here from the bloodstains of this body that have been dragged to the table, the sleep dart next to him, the fact that he looks like he's been completely like...
What was I working with? Iodine, perhaps?
She has a mad sketchy voice, and there's a head on a spike. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more, let me know. Leave a comment of some sort. Maybe leave a like. Don't subscribe to me unless you, fuck, messed that up. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. And until... See you next time. Kill me.